everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Landry's Dolphins going up against Tyreek Hill's Chiefs. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
As always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A minute ago, Arrowhead was rocking. The offense led out by all-pro tight end Travis Kelce as the Chiefs get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hello, folks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. And a moment ago, Larry gave us a look at the two #1 receivers that'll be facing off here. But you think it's more than just one-on-one? Both these teams, they've got a number of pass-catching options.
And I'm eager to see how both teams will attack the opposite defenses, because is it going to be where they're going to be a dart-throwing team, throw it short and try and make plays that way? Or will the long ball be a part of it? But you're right, lots of options for both of these squads.
Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Alex Smith trotting onto the field with the other 10 offensive starters for Kansas City, and Smith continues to be white hot this season. They beat the Broncos on Monday night, and Alex Smith now has 16 touchdown passes and no interceptions this season.
259 straight passes without an interception. The record is 284 set by Bernie Kosar with Cleveland. He's got a chance to break that in the next game. I hope we just didn't put the whammy on him on that one, but still, I had to mention it. And here's the thing about Alex Smith. He's playing so well with the weapons he has, the Tyreek Hills and the Travis Kelce's, that we don't even talk about MVP anymore, because it's a foregone conclusion that he's an MVP candidate.
Did we just Madden curse Alex Smith?
We shall soon find out.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. That's a matchup. Maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie? When you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad?
Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've talked a lot this season about the weapons this Kansas City offense has, and Charles, between Hill, Hunt, and Kelce, more combined yards than any other trio in the National Football League.
And you never know who's going to take the lead in a game. In this past one against Denver, it was tight end Travis Kelce who set the tone. But oftentimes, it's all three of them having big plays during a game. And I've gotten to know Travis Kelce a little bit. This guy loves to play football, has an absolute passion for the game. The same for Kareem Hunt. I haven't had a chance to meet Tyreek Hill yet. He's too fast for me to catch. I mean,
You'll get him one day.
He just flashes by. But that trio, I'm glad I'm not defensive coordinator. I'd never get any sleep.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And let's run through the Dolphins defense.
As we shine the spotlight on T.J. McDonald, I see him as a prototypical old-school strong safety. In the box, run enforcer, doesn't play as well in coverage, although he can do it at times, but at his best against the run game.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So the two sides will make the long walk to the other end of the field. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. And we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now Cutler down around his goal line. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Second down, here's Cutler. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. First down, it's Cutler. He's going to look deep now for Landry. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Here we go now.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Good footwork at the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On first down, it's Smith. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Second and 10, Smith again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So we've hit halftime in what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back now at the scoreless first half. Defense has been the name of the game. It's not often you see a matchup where both sides can't find a way to get on the scoreboard. We'll have to see if the offense picks up in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Chiefs later on the drive. Smith's got the completion here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 46-yard line. Now 2nd and 8. Cutler is going to find his mark, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 17-yard line. We move late into the second. Cameron Wake here will get to the QB for the sack. This ends up as a loss of 7. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. No points in this one yet, but we'll hand it back over to a man who's always on point. That's Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jakeem Grant now to return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They start the second half here with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
second down. Cutler. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Justin Houston able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Partner, I know that ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And it's caught by Parker. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has a whip for an arm.
He's had it since he won a state title at Heritage Hills High School in southern Indiana.
Where in southern Indiana, though?
Well, he's born in Santa Claus. How about that?
That's pretty strong right there.
Nearby to my hometown of Evansville. Bet you've never been there, have you?
I have not been there, but I'm looking forward to being invited for a holiday cheer.
You're invited. Put that on your bucket list.
Thank you.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
From the shotgun, Cutler. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 54 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Shifts by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now here comes Kansas City. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Wake in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. And he floated one out there incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a 1st down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go. 3-19.
Oh, Cutler going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Set. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. So spinning away. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Smith. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Third down and 4. Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now it's Smith. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike. Smith now to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Smith. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last throw here for Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.